So if you pick a low tier, high tier, or middle tier, doesn't matter. People can beat you still. That was a nice answer, Brick.
Thanks.
Okay, you just recently did a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 combo vid called The Danger Room. Can you explain that, please?
Oh yeah, sure. First of all, let me just say, I helped to produce the video, but all the credit for the combos definitely goes to Wolverine Master. He is a good friend of mine. What actually happened is he had been working on these combos using his own really developed way of thinking about combos. He has a really great mind for combos, and he has a programmable joystick that he ordered from Japan. And he was working for about 2 or 3 months to develop those combos. And he would be up, he'd be telling me he'd be playing for hours, figuring stuff out. And he came over one weekend, actually. It's a funny story. He came over at the end of the year, around the end of December. We had a big blizzard up here in New York. There was about 30 inches of snow on Long Island. It was some kind of record. And basically, nature was telling us that we were not going anywhere that weekend because everything, we were snowed in. I remember we were up at like 10 o'clock at night working on the video. He was programming. I was just trying to, offer any advice if I could tell him anything good. And we ordered Domino's pizza at 10 o'clock at night in a blizzard. Domino's was open, so I got to give them a lot of respect for that. And even though it took them 2.5 hours to get there, which is like 10 minutes away from where I live, the guy told me his car broke down like 3 times, and I actually believed him because I looked outside and it looked like Storm was on a rampage out there. So honestly, we did get the pizza, but all the props goes to Wolverine Master. I helped with some of the ideas if there was something he had a question about, but all the concepts for the combos were his. The main thing that I did is I edited the trailer video where I took audio clips from the movie The Matrix, and I did my best to get people hyped about it. And in terms of like distribution and marketing, I must have sent The Danger Room to about like 3,000 people on YouTube. Like, I definitely marketed that video, and I'm happy that so many people got to see how truly great it is because, Wolverine Master really worked hard on it, and I told him, this is what I said, this is a direct quote, Shell. I told him, this video is going to hit people like a fucking freight train. And I told him that, and I think he believed me, but he wasn't sure how much it was going to get to people. But hey, you see the views. It's up to like almost 7,000 something views. A lot of people watching it. So, and we got on combovideos.com, we got on Sonic Hurricane, and even on Preppy's site, ZachD.com/MVC2. All the big sites were featuring the Danger Room, so we were pretty happy. Oh, and one more thing about that, Shell. The Danger Room was the first combo video of the decade because it was released on combovideos.com on January 1st, and nobody else can say that, so...
Yeah, I've seen the video. It was an impressive vid. I liked it. I love the Matrix, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of combo vids, Joe just did a combo vid that took 6 years to complete. Can you see yourself doing the same thing?
Wow. That's definitely a heavy question right there. I gotta say, I don't think I could make something quite like that. He's like a scientist. I mean, I like to think of myself as kind of a combo scientist, but this guy has pages upon pages, probably books of frame data, which to people who don't look at the technical element of the game, just to make it into modern, English, frame data tells how many frames it takes. In other words, how much time, generally speaking, for a move like a light kick or a light punch to actually come out and hit another character. So it's very technical, very kind of scientific, and I don't think I could do something quite like that. I mean, I am working on a couple combo projects right now, but that is kind of like in its own category. I mean, I think that is a video, not even a video, that is a DVD that people will use as a reference point to say, oh, could this work? Could that work? Because what it does is, it doesn't just show some pretty cool combos, it breaks down the mechanics of the game and it also explains how each combo was done. And some of the combos have very elaborate setups that aren't so easy to figure out, even for a seasoned veteran. So yeah, I don't think I could make something quite like that. But I can do a lot of ROM infinites, and I could do a lot of guard breaks, and maybe some cool Charlie combos too.
People don't understand about Charlie. Charlie's a dangerous man in the game.
Hire Charlie, what they know about
People,
that.
it's not about Gowan in this game. It's all about Charlie.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Alright. Who are your rivals in this game?
Ooh, good question. I will say my main rival offline is gonna be Dark Knight. He plays in Long Island. He's actually from Queens, but he goes to the Long Island Marvel Sessions, which is the main hangout for a lot of the Long Island players and a lot of the New York players too. And basically, we had a lot of battles, back in the day, especially because I used to live in Queens, and we had this thing called the Battle for Flushing, where we both used to live in Flushing. I used to have an apartment there. He still lives there. And it's basically a battle for honor. It wasn't like this me versus Focus thing with first to $50, which, by the way, was pretty free, as you saw in the videos. But no, it wasn't like free money. It was more like a battle of honor, a battle of the wills, And I actually lost the first time, I think. Yeah, I lost the first battle for Flushing. I don't remember the score. The next battle for Flushing, I won. Again, I don't really remember the score, but however, like the next 2 or 3, I lost, so I got to get my revenge on him. I gotta say, next time I'm gonna have to beat him because I can't lose like 3 or 4 in a row. And this is not to make an excuse. I just want to say that I remember this is that for all the Battle for Flushings, I never brought my own Moss stick, which is the thing that I've been playing Marvel on for the past 7 years. And the thing is like, it's not that the sticks that are there are not good, because they are. They're very well made. They're made by Sin. His name on YouTube is Corrado RS. Like, he makes great joysticks. I'm just not really used to them, so I'm very good at doing the ROM on my joystick. If I'm playing at home, people see me miss a hit of the ROM and they think that I'm sick or something. They don't know what's going on. But if you watch those matches, you'll see me mess up stuff pretty regularly. So I kind of feel foolish, honestly. I feel like I'm letting Magneto down for not bringing my Moss stick there, So next time I play him, that Moss stick is coming with me, and it's going to be Tri-Jump City. It's going to be Rushdown USA, at Cross Up Boulevard. That's what it's going to have to be.
Cross Up Boulevard. Okay. How do you feel about the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 GameFAQs crew?
They're pretty cool. I'm kind of, I kind of think about the old school crew, when I think of GameFAQs. I don't know if I told you this before, but I actually have been posting on the Marvel GameFAQs board ever since the arcade board for the game was popular, way back in 2000. So there would be people there that I would talk to. I met some actually really cool people that I'm still friends with, that I've met in person since then. And we used to have all kinds of joke topics there, like, you played too much MVC2 when, and probably probably the funniest one from that topic that I ever heard was, you played too much Marvel when you hit somebody with your car and then you run out to OTG. That was probably the funniest one I ever heard in my life. But yeah, there was a lot of good ones. In fact, I think I still have it saved in a Word document, so I'm probably going to be having to make some kind of, tribute video to that topic. But in terms of the people, I definitely had more friends from the old board. I think because I was on there for longer. I've only been on the new board, the 360 board, for a few months. I do my best to help people out. It seems like most people there are pretty helpful. Which is a great thing. I think it's great when the game is about helping people learn, rather than bringing them down. So you see people post video links and they say, what can I do to play better with my team? In fact, I think you even did that. You posted your new team and you asked for advice. And I think it's great when people can interact in that community sense and really do whatever they can to make each other better. And you know, I like it when we have player rooms from people on GameFAQs. I played against some people there. It's nice to have just kind of like a common place. And one thing I will say is that I like Shoryuken, I do, but people tend to be more over the top, just rude on Shoryuken than on GameFAQs. And I think, and I'm being nice about that, but I think that maybe it's because there's cursing allowed on SRK. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I'll curse at people on SRK, but you have a lot of random idiots on SRK just insulting people just to try to make themselves look cool. And I'm not talking about the whole crew at SRK, so I don't want to get that twisted. But there are some people there that just act like they don't know their head from their ass, you know, so...